So we've been experimenting with a new material. It's a new card material that we can laser cut. So in the past we've cut things out of grey board. So this particular one is 2000 micron grey board. The only problem being with this stuff is that it gets incredibly sooty and you end up getting really dirty fingers because of the makeup of the material. When it burns, it does kick off a lot of dirt and soot, and it's not the nicest of materials to work with, to be honest. It's great for paint absorbency and colour absorbency and that kind of thing, but yeah, does have a tendency to kind of get messy. So I was looking around for a different type of material, something that's possibly not quite as filthy when you actually cut it or handle it. And Ian suggested I look at a material that's usually used for framing, for mounting, so mount board. So I've got some mount board and I give it a test, and sure enough it worked pretty well, and there's hardly any kind of scoring or soot that comes off. Now I had to play about with the power settings on the laser cutter for a while before I found the right one. It's thinner than grey board. It's or this one that I've got here is 1250 micron. So that's 1.25 millimeters, whereas the grey board is 2, but heavier. Again, so heavier to post and heavier. It's going to cost more to post as well, whereas the mount board isn't. But the other benefit of the mount board is that it's double-sided. So it's white on one side and black on the other. Well, this isn't. This is charcoal. That's charcoal. That's black. You see the difference in the colour? So don't particularly like the charcoal. I prefer the black. And like I said, after a little bit of playing about, I was able to get it so there was virtually no scoring whatsoever, no soot at the back. And also the difference between that mount board and this new one, which is black, which isn't mount board, it's called something else, but I can't remember what it is at the moment, is that it's thicker. It's 1500 microns, but is a lot nicer, and I've tested it with paint and it covers beautifully. Even the black side covers really nicely with matte paints. I tried it with some metallic and it covered with the gold beautifully, and the sample that I did with that has been stolen. It's been I gave it to Indigo Blue because it was to advertise the new stamp that I'd used. So yes, I've had a play with some scroll shapes, some flourishes on the new black and white card. I joked that it's perfect for 2 occasions. You've got weddings and funerals. Anyway, so like I said, I've been playing with a few different kind of baroque flourish shapes on using the new blackboard, or if you're going to be posh, carte noire, because that's what I've decided to call it, carte noire. So I've been playing around with a few other shapes for this. So I'm going to introduce it for you to buy and have a play with. If you like it, please give me some feedback. Let me know how much, whether you like it or not, or whether or not you'd like to have it in other colours, because it does come in lighter colours as well. It comes in like beiges and creams and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so let me know if you buy some, whether you like it or not. like I said, because I've got a few other shape ideas that I want to try out. So what I'll do is I will put the 2 Baroque Flourish sets on the website in the next few days or so. But I've also got some bird silhouettes that I will put on there as well. Not the ephemera ones. This is a different set of bird silhouettes that are in the craft ephemera. And also these bird silhouettes will be bigger as well. But I also want to do some film strip and film cell and maybe you know, the Viewmasters, but not full circle, maybe just halves, smaller, so that you can layer and stuff. Anyway, check out the website in a couple of days, because there'll be a new category on there for the blackboard, the Carte Noire, and let me know what you think. It's Friday and the postman has just delivered from the printers the paper pads. So these are due to start shipping next Friday, Friday the 3rd of May, but they are exactly what I wanted. They are matte paper, not shiny at all, because you know I have a horror of shiny papers. So what I'm able to do now is to sit and do some filming, do page flick throughs for Facebook and that kind of stuff. I don't want to do too much on the vlog, because you're going to get bored of seeing the papers, because I will be using them in projects and that kind of stuff in the next few days. I want to do some ATCs, which I've already planned. Oh, Mr. Bennett wants to go out now. Typical. Come on. Sun's out today, so he's been in and out. He's been doing the okie cokey today. In, out, shaking it all about. Oh, there you go. He's just got on the chair. You're going to sit down then? Here we go. You're going to be quiet on there now. Yeah. I suppose Nippy will be down in a minute to join you. So as I was saying, I've got some projects lined up and planned that I want to do with the papers. First one is really to use the ATCs, just to show what you can do using those little mini papers on the back, front cover and back inside cover. So there's 12 like mini ATC papers that can be used. Oh, you're back in again. Like I said, in and out, in and out. Yeah, so I'll use the ATCs first in a project, hopefully for Wednesday coming up, because it's what, 1st of May on Wednesday. Where's the time gone? Anyway, yeah, just in time for the release of the papers next Friday, 3rd of May. So it's going to be busy. So we'll go to you next then.
It's sheer carnage. Absolute sheer carnage tonight.
And Kay's got no makeup on.
I never noticed that either, and she's got no brow.
Thanks.
So as you can tell, we're playing
Strip poker.
Yeah, no, we're playing.
I'm playing something completely different.
We're not. We're playing
Diamant.
It's a good game.
It is now. You've got some new diamonds, emeralds, and rubies.
I've enhanced it with sapphires and emeralds.
The game cost a shade over £26,000.
Yes.
Because they're all real.
And no drink has been used.
At all.
It's Monday morning. Mozart. Yeah, it's Monday morning. It's 9:38. So as you could tell from the previous little bit of footage, we had surprise visitors this weekend. We had our friends Kay and Alfie from Indigo Blue staying with us. They were doing a workshop in Leeds this weekend, and which is further north, obviously where we originally came from. And they decided that instead of staying in Leeds for the weekend to do the class, that they would just drive back home to Retford in North Nottinghamshire, which is about about an hour and 20 from Leeds. And because we're in the middle, kind of, we just suggested that they come and stay with us for the weekend. And we just had a bit of an impromptu games weekend, which was really, really nice. So, yeah, so lots of fun, lots of good food, a little bit of drink, a little bit of fun, bit of merriment was had by all. And of course, because they were working, we couldn't stay up too late. So yeah, it was good, it was fun. So this morning, Monday morning, I'm going through to Mum and Dad's. As I was tidying up before Kay and Alfie arrived, because Mum and Dad were the last people in our guest room, I discovered this on the bedside cabinet. It's an amethyst ring which belongs to Mother. So she'd obviously taken it off and it had dropped, or it had been pushed behind one of the picture frames that we have, and she'd completely forgotten about it. So I'm taking it back to her today. So my plan for this morning is to, like I said, go and see Mum and Dad, but I'm stopping off at the supermarket because I've got a little list of a few grocery items that they've run out of over the weekend, and then when I get to Mum and Dad's, I'll see if there's any little jobs, chores, cleaning things, moving things, climbing up to reach things that they want me to do while I'm there. So I should, in theory, be home before lunch. Fingers crossed anyway. Come on then. Come on, you monkeys. Come on, baby, catch up. Let's go get some lunch. Mush, mush. So, as you can see from the sky behind me, it's a beautiful, clear day today. We're working today at Indigo Blue. We're helping out in the workshop, manning the laser cutters, because they've had some fairly big orders in over the last few weeks. So, we're stuck inside. But anyway, at least the boys have been out for a little WALK. Big lorry, and to have a wee. Having your lunch?
I am.
So am I.
I'm slightly vegetarian today.
Vegetarian?
I'm having a vegetable pasty.
Oh.
With green beans in, sweet corn, peppers, and it's very, very nice.
Has it got cheese in?
No.
No.
And a margherita pizza.
Ooh, very nice.
And some of my favourite what's-its from Marks and Spencer's.
Very nice.
And a bun for afters, of course.
Of course. And this is a chicken tandoori baguette. No bun for after.
What do you mean no bun? You have got a bun.
Shush.
There's two each.
Shush. Are you enjoying the sunshine, little one? Eh? He's a good boy. Yeah, good boy. Don't know what's going on with my phone today. I can't seem to zoom in while I'm recording video. throwing what we call a thromby. So it's Wednesday afternoon, and I've just finished. I seem a bit low, don't I? There we go. I've just finished filming my project for tonight. So while the video is uploading over there, I'll just quickly show you what I've been doing. So I've created some ATCs using the new page breaker papers. So I've put them in little plastic wallets, but I've used the papers from the inside front cover of the paper pad. Oh, see, not shiny in the slightest. So I've used these ATCs from the front. I've only done 8 ATCs, but there are 12 of the papers that you can use that I've resized down. See, this one here is this one here, just reduced down so you get as much of the pattern in the paper as is. So yeah, so there's those beautiful papers. I'm really proud of them, as you can probably tell. So what I've done, like I said, I've just sat and done a set of 8 ATCs using the papers in the background, some old Tim Holtz photo booth photos, some of the chip words that I've cut up, but also the papers themselves. The actual colour palette for the papers were inspired from, or inspired by, a book that I've got. That's from 1949. And there are some fragments. You can see the circle there at the bottom. There's some fragments of the actual papers from the book in the ATC. So this is the book. It's called Preview. And it was by, I'm not actually sure who the publisher was, World Film Publications Limited, Gray's Inn Road, London, the Sydney Press. So like I said, so this is from 1949. So John Mills, or John Mills as he was known in 1949. So some of the colours, as you can see, the pinks in the photographs, I've kind of stolen for the papers. Also some of the like peachy colours on those photos there. You'll see our colours in the back of the papers there. So basically what I did was I took some scans of some of these pages, and then I sampled the colours using hello Mr. Bentley. I sampled the colours and then used those to create the colour palettes for the papers. So yeah, so they're really kind of vintage vibe, but modern, if you know what I mean. So yeah, really enjoyed making those. I haven't made any ATCs for a long time. So actually, I think the last time I made any ATCs was for an ATC swap beginning of the year, and before that it was October for Halloween. So there you go. It's about time that I did some more. So we've come a different way today. So this is the path that leads down the side of the cricket club and then leads to the top end of the estate where we live. So we'll be coming around in a big circle. But there's obviously lots of nice smelling things here today because we've only come that far and we've got all that way to go. Come on. Right there, Bentley. So nippiness is lagging behind. That's it, round the corner. Come on. Look, hawthorn's out. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website, There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.